Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a 5 looks 1 palette with the Sultry palette right over here. I usually do 5 looks 1 palettes with palettes that have just launched because I want to show you guys different looks you can do with them, so that maybe if you're not sure whether or not to buy them, you can see the kinds of looks you can create with them, and also to inspire you to use what you've purchased more. Even though this palette was limited edition and it's been discontinued in a lot of places, I was asked by a lot of you to do this video anyways, since I just received this palette. Thank you again, my lovely subscriber Carissa, who sent it over to me. And I have been having a lot of fun playing with this color story right here. Now the palette is still available on Beauty Bay. They do ship to the US, so if you live here you can still get your hands on this palette. The link to the website is going to be down in the description box of my video. I would also love if you guys let me know which look you like the best, so please let me know down below which look was your favorite one once you've seen all 5 of them. Of course, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I have made 5 looks 1 palette with so many popular palettes. If you would like to find inspiration on different ways to use your palette, do not leave without subscribing. And with that said, we have 5 looks to get to, so let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and primed my eyes with Shadow Insurance from Too Faced, and let's get started with the first look. With the Refer #1 brush and the color Bloom, I'm going to start working on the crease of my eye. So I first tapped that color a little bit above the crease because I want to blow it up, and now I'm just working in little circles around where I first placed it so that we don't get any hard edges. I've been absolutely in love with these Refer brushes. They work like a dream. I'm applying a little bit more bloom to the outer corner of the eye, and once I place it there, I'm going to start sweeping it forward. Just get a nice blend all around. Back and forth, very light touch with your brush. Okay, and now that we have a nice wash of color all around the crease, we're going to move on to the next color. I'm going to switch over to the color Dystopian, which is the most beautiful dark matte brown ever. I love it. And I'm placing it on the outer corner of the eye first and slightly blending it with the tip of the brush into the color Bloom that we have at the crease. And with my little circles and a light touch, we are blending. I'm also going to apply Dystopian to the inner corner of the eye. We'll do a bit of a halo eye for this first one. Little circles and a soft touch to blend any edges. And I like to make the 2 colors meet right here at the top with any leftover product on my brush. Okay, so next I'm grabbing my Refer #2 brush and the color Steampunk, and we're going to place that color right here in the center of the eyelid. And I like to do center first and then start spreading the edges to meet with the brown. This way the most intensity is going to be towards the center of the eyelid. With my same Refer #2 and the color Pearl, we're going to lighten the center of the eye even more. So I'm tapping that color right here over the center. Just like this. I think this looks so beautiful. I'm going to put on some face makeup and I'll be right back to finish up this eye look. With a Refer #3 brush and the color Dystopian, we're going to start smoking out the lower lash line. I love this little brush. Look at what a beautiful punch it packs. Let me get a little closer to my lower lash line. To smoke that out, I'm using the color Bloom in an M506 from Morphe. Just again, back and forth, light pressure. And then lastly, I'm going to use Pearl on my inner corner. Pearl is just the perfect inner corner highlight shade. So I'm just tapping it in place right here. I went ahead and did an orangey eyeliner to play on the warmth that this eye has. This one is in the color Torch from Urban Decay. This is what it looks like. I'm going to do a little bit of mascara and I'll be right back. I'm back with just mascara on. I'm using the Legendary Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury and a Chanel primer underneath it. Everything used in this whole video is going to be linked down below. And let me show you what it looks like with some falsies as well. Okay, I'm back with some lashes on. These are the Barcelona lashes by Lily Lashes. I think it might be time to get a new pair because they look a little weird today. But that's okay. I just wanted to show you what they would look like with some more bold, dramatic lashes. And this right here is look #1. Let's get started with look #2. I'm first grabbing the color Birch right here, and I'm going to swipe it back and forth on the crease of my eye with this big fluffy brush from Sigma. This one is the Sigma E40. I'm going back a couple times and just adding a little bit more birch for intensity. And I'm reaching a point that I like. It looks like a nice wash of color. And I'm just, again, back and forth doing windshield wiper motions with my brush. I'm super scared of using the color Slate, but I'm going to go for it and see how I blend it into an eye look. This is the Refer number 1 brush. And I'm going to start by adding it to the outer corner of my eye. I feel like that's always a good place to start to see how you like a color. It is a beautiful, beautiful gray. I don't think I've ever done like a gray eyeshadow look, but I'm honestly really liking it. Okay, that looks beautiful. I really like that. I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to put it on my eyelid. And I think the reason I like it is that it has like a blue undertone to it. It looks very beautiful. Okay, so all over the eyelid it's going. And I'm going to intensify. I don't want to see my skin underneath it. I just want to see that color. And with the Refer number 1 brush, I'm just back and forth blending it into the color Birch. I'm taking a little bit more birch on my Sigma E40 and just making sure that they blend real nicely into one another. Okay, so next with my Refer number 2 brush, I'm going to use the color Cyborg right here in the center of my eyelid. And I'm just tapping the color back and forth through the center. I'm defining it a little bit right here just by dragging and tapping everywhere else. And just like that, this turned into another halo eye. I'm going to do my face makeup and I'll be right back to finish it up. I'm back, and to finish up this look, I'm getting my Refer number 3 with the color Slate, and I'm going to put it right underneath my lower lash line, all the way to the tear duct area. I'm using the same brush to put Cyborg right here on the inner corner of my eye. I did wipe it off on a little towel before I switched colors. And with an M506 from Morphe and the color Birch, I'm going to smoke that out just like I did on top. Just very light pressure, swiping back and forth. Okay, I think I want to add a bit more dimension to my outer corners. So I'm going to use Noir right here, just on the outer fourth of my eye with the Refer number 3 brush, just to add a bit more dimension using that black shade. And I'm also going to use it right underneath on that outer part. I'm going to use a black eyeliner in my waterline. This is the Marc Jacobs Blacker eyeliner. This is so different to me. I've never had this much of a cool toned look before. I'm going to put on some mascara and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, I'm back, and this is what we're looking like with just mascara on. Let me do some lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back with some lashes on, and this right here is look number 2. Let's get started with look number 3. First things first, with the Refer number 1 brush and the color Fresh, I'm going to set under my brow, and it'll become my underbrow highlighter as well. I love using light matte shades for underneath my brows, so I'm just tapping it back and forth, getting a nice wash of that color Fresh under the brow. Next, with my same Refer number 1 brush and the color Twig, I'm going to start working on the crease. I'm patting the brush slightly above where my eye crease is, and from the outside in, I'm patting inwards. And now that I have that color placed there, we're going to start blending. So with that same Refer number 1, I am blending through the edge of the color Twig, back and forth, back and forth. And you can see how that color is blending so nicely and so easily. This brush has the softest bristles, so it just makes it easier to create eye looks. I'm grabbing a big fluffy brush. This one is my E40 from Sigma, just to make sure that there is no harsh lines remaining between the colors Twig and Fresh. Next, I want to darken things up even more, and I'm going to do it by using the color Dystopian on the outer corner of my eye. And I am using the Refer number 1 brush, and I'm tapping it on the outer corner of my eye first, and with the tip of my brush blending it into the crease color that I had placed. A little bit more Dystopian. I want it to look nice and dark, and blend it into the color Twig. Once again, nothing on this clean E40 brush. I'm just making sure that there's no hard edges, swiping back and forth with the lightest pressure. Now that I have a nice gradient, I'm going to go in with a shimmer. This is the color Ember, which has a hint of green to it. And this is a flat brush by Alter Ego in the number 4. And I'm just going to use Ember on my eyelid 2/3 of the way in. And you can see I'm kind of swiping and tapping that color where I want it. To give things a little bit of a contrast with the same brush and the color Cider, I'm just going to tap over the center of my eye, just right there, just for a little bit of dimension. I'm going to do my face makeup and I'll be right back to finish this one up. Okay, I'm back with makeup on. I'm doing this look in both eyes, so we're gonna finish it up with my left eye. With my Refer number 3 brush in the color Dystopian, I'm going to bring it in from the outer corner, like 1/3 of the way in, just to darken things up underneath my lashes a little bit. And I'm just tapping and swiping that color in place right there, just like this. And then with an M506 from Morphe and the color Twig, I'm going to bring that color all the way in and smoke things out underneath my eye. So just back and forth, blend everything with windshield wiper motions. If anything looks a little bit harsh, with that same brush, take a little bit of Fresh and finish up the blending process. And then with a very small flat brush in the color Pearl, I'm going to brighten up the inner corner of my eye. So I'm just tapping that color in place and blending it into the beginning part of the eyelid ever so slightly. Okay, for eyeliner, I'm going to use a black one. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury and it's in the color Bedroom Black. This is one of the softest eyeliners ever. It is so freaking fabulous. I absolutely recommend it. And I'm going to just line right there my waterline. See, I can never do this on camera because it usually is a lot harder than this. I'm going to put on some mascara and show you what this looks like. Alright, I'm back with mascara on. This is what we're looking like with just some mascara. I'm going to do some lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I put some lashes on. These are from Alter Ego in the style Flare, and this right here is look number 3. Okay, let's get started with look number 4, and for this one I'm going to use my Refer number 1 brush and the color Fresh right under my eyebrow, just back and forth, a nice wash off the color Fresh. Then with that same brush and the color Bloom, I'm going to start blending the crease of the eye from the outer corner and inwards. And I'm doing little circles around the crease with a very light pressure just to blend things in. And just blend that color Bloom right on the crease of the eye. A little bit more Bloom, and we're going to this time go into the outer corner right here. Same Refer number 1 brush. Just want to darken up that color Bloom a little more. Okay, this is what things are looking like. With my Morphe M506 and the color Noir, I'm going to darken up the color Bloom right here on the outer corner. And with a very light pressure, start blending it upwards a little bit. To smoke it out a little easier, I'm going to flick it outwards with a very light pressure on my brush. And go back with the Refer number 1, nothing added to it if you want to get rid of any edges. With a flat Alter Ego number 4 brush and the color Teak, I'm going to fill in the center of my eyelid. And I'm using that same brush with the color Cider for the inner third of the eyelid. And taking it over a little bit. I'm going to further darken up the outer corner with a little bit more Noir. Just by back and forth running the M504 from Morphe right through the outer third of my eyelid there. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm going to be right back with makeup on my face to finish this up. Okay, back with some makeup on my face, and I'm going to use a little bit of the color Noir on the outer third of the under eye right here underneath my lash line. I'm using a Refer number 3 brush, and make sure that they meet right here at the end with what you did on top. Then with the Morphe M506 and the color Bloom, we're going to blend out that under eye, back and forth, and again make sure it meets on the outside of the eye with what you did on top. And last but not least, with the Refer number 2 brush and the color Pearl, we're going to brighten up the inner part of the eye. And I'm just tapping that color on the inner corner and just slightly mixing it in. This is what things are looking like before any mascara or lashes. I'm going to do some of that and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like. Alright, I went ahead and put on some mascara, and this is what we're looking like with mascara, and also I did a black eyeliner right in my lower waterline. So this is look number 4 with no fake lashes. I'll put on some of those and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and this right here is look number 4 with some lashes. These are the same Flare lashes by Alter Ego. Alright, we're finally at look number 5. I'm dying to use the rose gold shimmery shade. I left it for last for some reason. I also have another look with this palette in a full face of Nothing New. I'll link the video right up there. So if you're interested in a 6th look, go ahead and check that one out. Let's get started with look number 5. With my Refer number 1 brush, I'm going to use the color Fresh to lighten up right underneath my brow. I'm being kind of sloppy with it because I just want it in the underbrow area. We don't have to be super precise with this one. And next, with the same brush and the color Twig, I'm going to go ahead and start applying that color to the outer corner of my eye and back and forth diffuse any lines. I'm first tapping with my brush, and I'm going to diffuse any hard edges and blend it into the color Fresh right here. You can even get a little bit more of that color Fresh just to diffuse it further. Back and forth right there. Same brush, same color, and we're going to do the same thing to the inner part of my eye. I'm going to do another halo eye because I love them. They're my fave. And why not? I'm going to blend the colors up here to meet with one another. Then with the Refer number 2 brush and the color Rose Quartz, which I was calling Rose Gold because it's a rose gold shade, I'm going to start tapping that shimmer shade right here in the center of the eyelid. I'm first focusing it right in the center, and once it's nice and intense there, I'm going to start blending it into the sides. I'm going to put a little bit of Pearl right up here to lighten it up a little more. And I think I want to darken things a little more on this outer corner with a tad bit, the tiniest amount of the color Dystopian. A little bit right here as well on the inner part, just to give it a little bit more dimension. This is what things are looking like so far. I'm going to do a little bit of face makeup and I'll be right back to finish this one up. I'm back with some face makeup on, and I'm going to do a little bit of Pearl right here at the bottom of the center of the eyelid just to brighten things up a little bit more. And I'm of course also going to use Pearl on the inner corner of my eye, and I'm using the Refer number 2 brush. I'm going to blend that color in a little bit right here. Next, I'm going to get the color Twig on my Refer number 1, and I'm going to just back and forth blend it underneath my eye. I want it nice and smoky, so I got this bigger brush for the under eye. And with a little bit of Fresh on the tip of that brush, we're going to finish up the blending process. Just back and forth under the eye and connecting it here at the end. To give the look a little more dimension, I used the color Perpetrator from Fenty right here in my waterline. I'm going to put on some mascara and I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. Here's look number 5 with some mascara on. I love that this one is not too dark, and I love the color Twig. It's like the best cool tone shade ever. Let me put on some lashes and show you the final look. Alright, I'm back with some lashes on, and this right here is look number 5. And that was it for this video. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you on here which look is my favorite one because at this moment I've only filmed 1 through 3. This is look number 3, of course. So since I don't know what looks 4 and 5 look like yet, I cannot let you know which one is my favorite. But I will let you know in the description box of the video. So if you want to know which is my favorite look, go ahead and check down there. Also, absolutely everything on my face will be linked down below. So if you have a question about what eyebrow products I'm using, what lip products I'm using, what foundation I'm using, anything like that, it'll all be linked down below. With that said, I truly hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye!